Tati and welcome to my channel. So today for Spoonie Sunday, I am doing a video on POTS. POTS stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome. POTS is a type of dysautonomia. Dysautonomia is a dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system. Your autonomic nervous system is the part of your body that controls things like breathing, your stomach, things that you don't consciously do. POTS is often poorly understood, and which is why it is very, very often misdiagnosed. POTS is usually triggered when somebody stands up. It most commonly affects women between the ages of 15 and 30. I'm going to list off a lot of common symptoms of POTS. These are not all of the symptoms of POTS. Everybody's POTS is different. These are more symptoms that I experience. When I talk about like conditions and stuff, if it's a condition that I have, I'll be usually bringing in my own experience when it comes to that condition. I do plan on making some videos about things that I don't have in the future, but for now, like when I'm talking about POTS, the symptoms that I'm talking about are ones that I've experienced or that I've seen a friend of mine experience who has POTS as well. So the symptoms of POTS that I'm going to be talking about today are syncope or near syncope. Syncope is loss of consciousness. So a lot of people with POTS often faint. I have never fainted. Actually, that's a lie. I did faint one time. I was on my way out the door to take the dog out for a walk, and I literally fell backwards. Thank God the couch was behind me, and I fell onto the couch like this. And then I woke up and I texted my friend and I was like, so I just like fell over. It was really weird and I don't really remember how it happened. And she was like, yeah, that's called you fainted, you idiot. Okay, next symptom, orthostatic hypotension. This is an excessive drop in blood pressure when the patient assumes an upright position. So when a normal person lays down and gets right up, your body adjusts your blood pressure and heart rate for this change in orientation. When you have POTS, your body doesn't quite know how to regulate your blood pressure and your heart rate, and blood will often pool in your legs. So with a normal person, your veins and your arteries constrict when you stand up so that the blood shoots back up to your brain. But when you have POTS, your veins literally stay open and the blood just pools in your legs and you start to feel really dizzy and all of the color comes out of your face and then you pass out. Orthostatic intolerance is the inability to maintain an upright posture without symptoms. So somebody with POTS has a really hard time standing up for a very long time because, like I said, blood starts to pool in your legs, you start to get dizzy, and it's honestly a nightmare to have to stand for a long period of time. Tachycardia is another symptom that I want to talk about. Tachycardia just means high heart rate. It sounds like you're literally dying, like, oh my god, she has tachycardia, we have to take her to the hospital. No, tachycardia is just when your heart rate is high. You often have swings in blood pressure. Like I said, your blood pressure can drop really, really low or it can go really, really high because of sitting down, standing, laying down, changes in your body that your body particularly doesn't know how to control. Chest pain and discomfort is another symptom because of tachycardia. So when your heart is pounding, it hurts and it can feel like you're having a heart attack. Lightheaded and dizziness are awful, and if you have POTS, you have lightheaded and dizziness. I have never met somebody with POTS that has not experienced dizziness before. That's probably one of the main symptoms. Excessive fatigue can be caused by POTS as well. When your body is literally fighting against you, like your autonomic nervous system doesn't know what it's doing, it's very tiring on your body. It's really hard to live in a body that doesn't know what it's doing. Migraines and headaches are very common with POTS. Brain fog is something that you get with there are tons and tons and tons and tons of chronic illnesses, and probably most people who have a chronic illness have brain fog at some point. Abdominal issues, bloating, nausea, IBS. Because POTS is a type of dysautonomia, chances are other parts of your autonomic nervous system don't work the way that they're supposed to, so you're probably going to have some kind of stomach issues. Insomnia. It can be really hard to sleep when your heart is going boom, 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 boom. Shortness of breath. Again, when your heart is pounding, it can be hard to breathe. One of my least favorite symptoms that I get from my POTS is adrenaline swings. So because your autonomic nervous system doesn't work right, you can get these things called swings of adrenaline. And it feels like an anxiety attack, but you have no idea why you're feeling anxious. And it's honestly just awful because anxiety meds I have found do nothing for it. POTS is a difficult thing to live with because you can't do anything without having your heart rate go up when you have POTS. So it can make you feel like you're really out of shape when really you're not. When I was younger, like in high school, I was really, really active. I worked on a horse farm. I mean, I was literally on the farm 24/7 running around. Literally, I was so active, yet I was always out of breath, and I was like not understanding why I always felt like I'm out of shape. See, I'm out of breath now because my body is like, girl. There are some treatments for POTS. A lot of patients go on beta blockers, which I'm on a beta blocker right now, and honestly, I have to say my POTS has been the best that it's ever been this last like week or so since I've been on the beta blocker. I mean, it really has made a difference, and I can tell. In terms of self-care, the thing that I've noticed that helps the most is 1, staying hydrated, and 2, increasing your intake of salt. Some people with severe POTS are put on saline, where they have a PICC line and they inject saline on their own, or they have to go somewhere to do saline treatments. I've heard that it really helps. My POTS has never been severe enough for me to need saline treatments, but well, I hope you enjoyed this video about POTS. I hope that people are actually enjoying seeing these Spoonie Sunday videos. If you're enjoying it, please just leave me a comment and let me know. I just want to know that what I'm doing is actually making a difference. My goal with this channel is really to, 1, make people laugh, enjoy myself, and lastly, I just want to educate people. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!